In our normal day-to-day life, we can quickly tell how fast a car or a tortoise is moving and where they are at the same time. But when it comes to tiny particles in the quantum world, like electrons, this is not possible due to something called the uncertainty principle. This principle was formulated by the German physicist and Nobel laureate Werner Heisenberg in 1927. It's a special rule that makes it impossible to know both the exact location and speed of a particle at the same time. So, what exactly is the Heisenberg Uncertainty Principle? In simple terms, it states that the more precisely the position of a particle is known, the less precisely its momentum can be known, and vice versa. In other words, the more we know about one property of a particle, the less we can know about the other. For example, if we could shrink a tortoise down to the size of an electron, we would only be able to precisely calculate its speed or its location, not both at the same time. In quantum mechanics, the exact speed and position of an object has no meaning because at the quantum level, an object behaves both like a particle and a wave at the same time. We know that a particle clearly exists in a single place at any instant in time, while a wave is a disturbance in space, much like ripples in a pond. If you want to measure the speed of the wave, you would need to observe many peaks and troughs. The more you observe, the more accurately you would be able to determine the speed of the wave. However, by doing this, you would lose information about the specific location of each peak and trough because the location is spread out among the peaks and troughs. On the other hand, if you want to measure the exact location of one peak, you would need to focus on a small section of the wave, which would make it harder to determine the speed of the wave overall. Let's take an example to understand this better. Imagine there is a roller coaster ride and it is moving on the track. If we take a picture of that ride, we can determine the location of the roller coaster through that picture but not the speed. On the other hand, while the roller coaster is moving, we can determine its speed, but then its exact position becomes less certain. This is what the uncertainty principle is all about. Since at the quantum level, our universe is so designed as the fundamental objects can possess both the properties of a particle and a wave, we can never judge both the location and the speed of these objects at the same time. So that was the end of this video. I hope you liked it and found the explanation simple. Thank you for watching and do subscribe for more awesome content in the future.